Hi, my name is Cristobal Beltran, and today I will be explaining to you what not and what not to do in your math classes for the next following years in high school. The one thing not to do in your math class is to honestly don't stress at all. Since I was one of the students that came in during the summer, if I can catch up on my math class. At first, it might be very easy, guys, but honestly, you guys have to really pay attention. Especially if it comes to like AP calculus, for example, because if you miss one little thing, you basically missed a big part, and then that's when you start stressing. And once you start stressing, you cannot turn in really good work when you're stressed. So I would honestly, guys, really pay attention. And if you're lost, ask as many questions as you can. I recommend you do, and always pay attention. Always. I would honestly recommend to always, if you have the opportunity to stay for tutoring, stay for tutoring. I can't stress to you guys how much I would really appreciate if you guys go to tutoring. I was always the type of kid that, oh no, I know, like, oh no, I get it, I don't need help. But when it got to AP calculus, guys, it was just so stressful. Like, Miss Luna would always tell me, Chris, come to tutoring, and I would always tell myself, oh no, I'm good. But then once my test scores started showing that I actually needed help, I honestly, as hard as it was for me, I showed up for tutoring. Out of all high school, I've only showed up to tutoring like 4 or 5 times, and all 5 of them was for AP calculus, because it literally got to the point where I would cry because I did not know the material, and I started failing on my quizzes. Another do would honestly be always practice, especially if you have Miss Luna. In Miss Luna's class, we never had homework. We would always have practice, and I was always a kid that, like the first time she taught it to us, I get it. But guys, practice really helped me. I've only did it like 3-4 times, and I passed all my quizzes when I actually practiced. But honestly, if Miss Luna says you don't have homework, you only have practice, I strongly recommend you practice, because all her quizzes have questions that are on the practice, and if you actually practice, you're gonna know what to do. And I would honestly never practice, and then on the quizzes I would always get 1s and 2s, and then the first thing Ms. Luna would say was like, I thought you guys would pass because this question was on the practice, and there was only a few of us in the class that would honestly practice. And then from that day on, I always practice no matter what. So a do in math class is to always do your practice. I strongly recommend it, and I 100% guarantee you will pass all your quizzes if all you do is practice. Some don'ts in math would honestly be, do not panic, everything is gonna be okay. I would always be one of those students that if I don't get like a little part of a question, I automatically panic. I start stressing, I start worrying, oh my god, I'm gonna fail this test. I really don't have the time to retake it. I really need a pass. Guys, honestly, just relax, everything's gonna be fine. Don't panic. I can't stress to you guys, I panicked so much this year. I still managed to pass the class, but I made it so hard for myself panicking, when in reality all I had to do was just relax, like get my stuff together and just focus. That's all I had to do. So I can't stress to you guys, do not panic, keep your cool, everything's gonna be just fine. Hardest thing in math class would honestly be like the fact that we learn one lesson on Monday and we automatically take a test on Wednesday, and they literally give us a responsibility to practice and then pass that test and then move on. That was really hard for me, because I've always went to schools where like we take like a week and a half or 2 in one specific lesson, especially once you hit AP calculus. We have to move in a really fast pace, or else we fall behind and we're not gonna have enough time to study for the AP exam. So I would recommend that you guys start getting used to the fast pace in math classes, because that would really help you. And every night at least have like a 30-45 minute study session. That would really help for you to pass all your quizzes and move on to the next lesson. Easiest thing in math class would honestly be the fact that we didn't have any homework, but all we had to do was study. And that was really important because if we don't study, we obviously won't pass quizzes. But the fact that there was no homework and we, like, me as a person, like, it's cool if I don't have homework. Like, I just gotta study like 30, 45 minutes. Like, if you study, like, honestly, like, study, like, read your notes and practice some questions, that would honestly help you out because like you would honestly be ready for a test. And some teachers in our school give pop quizzes, so be careful with that. But honestly, the easiest thing for me in the math class was just just getting used to studying every night, and that really helped me because I would honestly pass my quizzes, and the days I didn't study I had a hard time with those quizzes. So yeah, probably the easiest thing for me was just like adapting to studying every night. The thing I would do the same if I can go back to my senior class is always pay attention and never get distracted. At first I was a very distracted student, but it got to the point where, oh, okay, if I miss a little thing, I'm honestly gonna fall behind. So I would honestly keep do the same and always pay attention because it helped me because I would pass on my quizzes. I would do differently in my math class is to always, I should have always showed up to tutoring when I needed help. I really regret not showing up because it got to the point where I just walked into the class and just took the test without knowing what the hell I was taking. So yeah, if I can go back, I would show up to every tutoring I could have showed up because I was so lost at a point where I would literally be pissed off at myself because I wouldn't get the material. So yeah, tutoring, I really recommend tutoring. Thanks for watching the video. I really hope my advice can really help you pass your math class. And always remember, guys, relax, don't panic. You're gonna do it. You're gonna pass the AP Calculus exam, and just relax. Like, don't make it hard on yourself.